Alright, Astromate, what's up? If you're gonna play the Nimzovich, dude, are you listening to me? If you're gonna play the Nimzovich opening, you can't just wing it, okay? You need to play very seriously. This isn't good, these last couple of games. Alright, Schumacher is back. What do we got for a stream title today? Sladgie, Rapid Challenges and Anti-London System Super PAC. You should specify. Donations. Alright. My new Super PAC. Political Action Committee. Anti-Boring World Championship. Thank God that's not happening today. Can't wait to see someone get no advantage with white again. What's up? How are you guys doing? We're not well, but hopefully I feel I'm a little bit better today. For the first time, I actually have a semblance of energy, which is not... Were you sick as well? I've been sick for like a week. But the main problem was like fatigue and no energy. And today, this morning, I actually feel like I have a little bit of energy, which is an improvement. Alright, here we go. D4 for something new and totally different. You gotta refute the yeah, I love how these like chess streamers just try to put Ding and Carlson in their title to attract viewers. Like, send me some games. Oh, you had over the board classical tournament. Oh, that's cool. So that's where you were. Alright. I had the weekend just sleeping and doing the simul yesterday. Doing the simul thing. I actually forget what you do against the Benko now. Shredoyevich. Yeah, he's organizing tournaments, right? Was this his tournament that he organized? I know he had advertised something. Carol Khan can't lose, right? Yeah, let's try something new. Totally different. I don't know what this is, but we're going to find out. Yeah, I met Shredoyevich like 5 years ago. He played in some tournaments here in Budapest. But he's like seemingly doing organizing tournaments now. The Golden Knight or something. Oh my God. That can't possibly work, bro. Knight, what? I'm prepared. Prepared to go as far as I have to. Wow, you're just sacking the pawn. Unbelievable. So what's the idea here? Bishop takes d6. Knight a4. Queen c7. There is no stinking idea. I guess bishop takes e4, e4. But again, bishop b7. Queen takes d6, I think, was... It would just misplace my queen. So you didn't threaten me directly yet. Play knight d2. Alright. Reverse engines. I don't know about this d6, man. I don't think that's good. It was a creative try. I didn't know what this opening's called. I mean, I played the Benko, but then I played e6. And Schumacher is out of his book, so to speak. So the plan was to go back with my bishop. Re-up a central pawn. Could be. That's a complication. That is a minor complication. There's one resolute way of dealing with this. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Alright, I'm going to give you a protected passer on b5. My judgment is that the extra mass to central pawn trumps that, so to speak. Trump this. That's like a gin rummy term? No. No, it's a bridge term, right? Bridge. Trump cards. This trumps that, isn't it? I don't play bridge. I have a friend who's a bridge. He's like a bridge pro. Bridge pro. Hungarian bridge coach. He's in it for meeting the young chicks. No, seriously, like most people who play bridge are senior citizens. Okay, anyways. Today is FIDE Master Charles Edelman's birthday. And guess what? Chuck is also a bridge player. He was an old friend of mine from New Jersey. He's 1 year younger than Gary Kasparov. 59. Happy birthday, Chuck. He's a good guy. From my New Jersey days. Alright. What else are we going to do? White's position, bridge and chess. There was always the bridge column in the newspaper. I didn't understand shit. North, east, south, and west, and all that. Something about directions. The wedge. Bridge stream coming soon. No, I mean I could get my friend Andrash to. Yeah, I don't know if he's ever done like a bridge stream. What's up here? Knight c5 is ultraviolet. Knight c5, pawn takes pawn, knight e6. I mean, that's d3, sorry. Your other e6. Then he defends. It's pretty cool. Unnecessary. Taking an unnecessary risk. This is an unnecessary risk. The what? You're in the wrong stream for updates about the war in Ukraine. I'm not in Ukraine. You know, I just morally support them. So if you see my Ukrainian flag, doesn't mean I'm physically located in Ukraine. All right. I don't know, man, but the news covers it 24/7, so we don't necessarily get involved in politics on Monday mornings anyway. So, oh, mayhem and murder, like usual. Yeah, I'm not a supporter of the war in Ukraine. It's not a war, actually, you know. Calling it a war, it's like an invasion and devastation of another country. I would refer to it as an invasion in Ukraine rather than war. War is when like two sides are fighting each other. This is more like one side's just trying to exterminate the other in their own territory. I don't know if that really meets the definition of war. Alright. I like President Lula from Brazil. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to get started with the politics, but it doesn't really fit my definition of war. It definitely doesn't fit Putin's, because he thinks it's a special military operation. More like a genocidal attack. Alright. Anyway, Desi Chess. Desi Chess, 2100 bullet and 1300 blitz. You don't have enough games. Nice rating differential you got there. That makes a lot of sense. Can't wake up. What's up this opening? I think people have played this against me. That's where I got the wonderful idea to play this. What is this even called? I know it's not regarded as great for black. Benjamin Benoni. Monday. I love Monday mornings. It's been played. Dimmakling. Who that is. Emery Tate played it. It must be bad. Jesus Christ. Alright. Fedoseev. Yeah, I mean, young Fedoseev in 1998 beats Gomorokin. You know, so it's some kind of weird, crappy sideline. Of course you're supposed to play knight c3. Then I have to play bishop b7. I thought I was supposed to play bishop b7. Huh. Thinking of a different line, I guess. Well, I mean, I know this isn't good for black. But I wanted to confuse white with something different. Oh, I had a perfect game. Four inaccuracies. Bishop b7. What's wrong with this? And now e4. Black's lost every single game. Yeah, I was thinking of something else. This is worse than I thought. It's like basically just not playable. Black lost all 3 games. Jesus Christ. It's just not playable. It's horrible. You have to take with the e-pawn. So it's like a terrible reverse ready. Alright. I guess you can play this, but it doesn't look good. Now e4. Alexander Golden versus Emery. Emery! That's not a good stylistic matchup. This is a 2300 played against Kojal. You can't take the pawn there. So what are you supposed to do? You can take it. Wow, some people have actually taken this pawn. Can you take this? What is wrong with my computer? Craft Sov. Wow. Bishop c4. But I guess if white doesn't know exactly what they're doing, they can screw it up. This is best. Skilmore can play perfectly and still lost. No, knight d6. This looks bad. Yeah, so the whole variation is dubious. Sorry, Schumacher, for playing such a dubious variation. Alright. Hey, it's Miro. You're the next subscriber on The Price is Right. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah, well, that was a short game and he played badly. I'm suffering from cold, but I think we're on the verge of recovery. Finally. Alright, hey, it's Miro. I feel energy for the first time this morning. Like I want to live. I haven't left my house in almost a week. I've been like in bed when I'm not working. Feeling like just I have no energy at all. Today feels better. What am I going to do? Well, the other thing is that it rained every day for like the last 6 days in a row. It's actually sunny today. Sunshine wasn't really an option here. Not only was I sick, but there was like 5 days of rain. Wait, what am I doing? Queen e7? Did I play this against you before? The opening that shan't be uttered. Acerbate. Can you define making a splash, please? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have to draw attention to this. Please donate to my super PAC to defeat the evils of the London system. Ban it from chess. Am I supposed to play knight f6 or d6 in this position? Aliakin played this for black. I guess he knew about this shit and he was like, I'm not gonna deal with this crap. Knight f6. Okay. Alright. Weaken your f2. I don't care. Do I play d6? It can't be a bad move, can it? It's never too late to play d6, right, Acerbate? The bishops reminded you? Oh. The bishop, you mean. The bishop. This one. The London on the other side. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, the Joko piano is almost as bad as the London, but it's not. I mean, it's just not as bad. The point is, like, you're developing the king side, the game's sharper, we're pushing our e-pawns. The London is like twice as bad as the Gioco Piano. It's horrible. But Ding is like, I mean, this guy has like no care about opening preparation or anything like that. Whatever Rockport tells me to play the day before the game or something, that's feels like that's his level of opening prep. I still think the Palmiachi is a favorite. It might come down to the playoffs. I don't like the Palmiachi, but I don't know. I feel like, again, I got it calculated here. 6 games. The Palmiachi is running at 13.5 average cent-upon loss according to the engine. And I'm not sure how accurate that actually is, because as I said earlier, he was facing mate in 20 at one point when the computer said it was plus 1 point something. So it might be a little off, but so far after 6 games, Ding has significantly worse cent-upon loss than the Palmiachi. I feel like he's a little bit lucky for the score to be equal, to be honest. So far, all he's done is like have no opening prep, or very, very minimal opening prep. Basically avoiding anything critical has been his policy. I think he'll get destroyed in Rapid, probably. But the way it's going, there have been a lot of decisive games, which is strange. The boring openings and players who don't want to take too many risks doesn't normally result in like 4 decisive games out of 6. I think it's pretty strange. Maybe almost like a abnormal coincidence. I think in these 6 games there should probably be like 2 decisive games, not 4. But defense is a lost art. Anyway, you see that sunshine on the camera? It's the first ray of sun that I've seen in like 6 days. Man, Hayes Miro seems like he's completely out of it. He's like, what is this? I strongly recommend getting 200. I recommend getting. What the heck is wrong with me? 500 Master Games of Chess. Sorry, I was having a senior moment. If you haven't 500 Master Games of Chess in your library, you should have it. Knight h5. First things first. But if Knight h5, of course, he has Knight f1. That's the point. So how fast can I launch this kingside attack? Yeah, I mean, maybe. There's an issue. Shit. There's an issue. What do I do about this? This is stupid. Knight h5? Black should be better, but I don't see what to do. If I play f5, he has this knight g5 move. Maybe it's not that clear. Then knight f4. Mrs. Boondoggle. Extra decisiveness. Money in chess. Money's going to streamers like, you know who. And Twitch is making money. Platforms are making money. I want to do knight h5, but it doesn't work. Maybe it does work. I just have to be patient. Wait, knight h5, knight f1, h6. Shit. I gotta make this work somehow. It's gotta work. It's gotta work. It's gotta work. It's gotta work. h6 is kind of slow. Bro. f5. f5, knight g5. What does that do? Oh yeah, he's attacking my knight. So maybe I can play something sensible there. Like knight f6. Damn. Shoot. Knight f4. Take, knight e6. Jeez. I don't know, I want this to work. What's wrong with h6? What's wrong with h6? I guess there's a lot of things wrong with h6. It's probably too slow. I'm gonna take my chances. I don't like that knight come. No, f5 is great, but he has knight g5, and I just couldn't find a good answer. He has knight g5 coming into e6. I mean, maybe I missed something there, but I looked and looked and looked. Maybe, you see, if I play f5, he has knight g5. He's starting in queen h5 and knight e6 and different shit. What am I supposed to play, like g6 or something? It looks like black should have a good game, but I can't seem to find a way to put it together. Now he did knight h2. I didn't expect that. So what's wrong with f5 now? What's right with it? f5 is nice, right? But we have pawn takes and then the materialistic g4. Oh man, I don't know. It's really annoying. I've been boondoggled again. Boondoggle. Can't believe it, dude. You have compensation. Why you need pieces? Compensation? Compensation for what? I don't even know what I have compensation for, Shaki. What do I have compensation for? Jeez. The master materialist. That's Shaki's way of saying I'm just better, I guess. But I'm not sure that white played the best. He could. And it's still not over. Against Miro is pretty resourceful. It's a long way from a win. No, I think that white made, several inaccuracies here. I was wondering what would happen if he actually played g4. I know it's ugly, but instead of knight g4, maybe g4. Whoa. That's the weirdest move ever. I really thought you took something. I was like, wait, what did you take, man? Totally faked me out there. I was like, shit. What did I just drop on b5? It's a brilliant move. It's just perverted. You're really weird, man. I mean, seriously, bishop b5. Brilliant. Now I'm ready. Am I ready? It's pretty funny, man. Who would play bishop b5? That's inhuman. I told him this a lot, but he relies too much on sort of like spot tactics rather than playing like a holistic strategic game. Queen g3 is legal. No hints. Legal and stupid. Is that a movie? Uh-oh, watch out for bishop c2. Are you letting me loose? He's letting me loose. I'll tell him about queen g3. Thanks for alerting him. He might play g3 and like lose a pawn with check. But Shaki had to like tip him off. No, he probably wouldn't do that. Where are you going? Oh, that's where you're going. I see. He's going to c4. See more butts. Now he really needs to defend the f2 square. Oof. I don't know, this looks like a good game, but I'm pretty skeptical about my middle game there. I think I got kind of lucky. Oof. 18 CPL, 2 inaccuracies. Sladgie's on fire. I'm just above Ding's average of 16.17. Not quite World Championship level. Well, I mean, it could be on the outlier. That's their average. Yeah, D5 is your mistake, I guess. It was played by Dana. No, the computer likes it. I don't like D5. I mean, H3 is normal here. Okay, computer likes it though. It just like space, but I mean, who wants to open that diagonal? Oh shit! I had knight g4. What does that do? Oh, we're still in book. Book. King h8 was played. There's a move that never crossed my mind in this position. Like, seriously, what are you going to do? G5? I mean, that's not the most natural plan. Sladgie improving on theory with knight h5, the best move. Okay, c6 is interesting. This is definitely interesting. Let's take and play to the other side of the board. Okay, now the question is, after knight f1, what am I supposed to play? Shit. I just have to leave my knight out in thin air there and play knight d7. Wow. And then king h8. So maybe king h8 is not so stupid. What does king h8 have to do with knight d7? b4 king h8, for example. Okay. Then like rook a2. So apparently this is really Black's best plan. Rook g8. That guy might have known what he was doing, or maybe it was a correspondence game. White is still slightly better. Alright, Paris. Ah, oh, wrong time control. I'll let it go. You're supposed to challenge me to 7 plus 3, or 7 plus 5. What is this? No. This isn't even close, dude. No. If it was 5 plus 5, I would have... This is 5 plus 3. What are you doing? Totally wrong time control. You gotta challenge me to 7 plus 5. You got the increment and the base time wrong. Wrong time. Sorry, my bad. I should have checked. Just re-challenge me. Re-challenge me, can you? I can wait. Alright. Shocky's up. Tried to trick me into playing Blitz. Can I send a challenge? You can send a challenge. I do take the players who are subscribers. You know, by the way, it's really confusing now because like if you click on streamers on lichess, I don't like what they did. I mean they've created this. What is lichess doing? Like on the streamer pages on lichess, they have a button that clicks like subscribe. Okay? Why is lichess doing that? I mean, that gives people the impression they've like subscribed. You know what I mean? For streamers, we make money by getting subscriptions, and then they're like, oh, I subscribed on lichess. I think they need to like call it something else. That's misleading. I had some people be like, oh, I subscribed. And I'm like, what? And then I realized that lichess added this kind of feature. They really need to change the term there. Did you play this against me before? Ah, oh. Shockmeister followed. You know what the funny thing I remembered yesterday? Or 2 days ago? I had this old account I forgot about on another chess site years ago called Shystermeister. I had totally forgotten about that. That was what my friend Adrian Casillas used to say all the time. I like that. Shystermeister. It's like a... Shyster is like a, you know, swindler. And the Meister is a master, so it's like master swindler. Shystermeister. Pretty cool name, if you ask me. I totally had forgotten. Okay, h6 looks pretty slow, bro. Yesterday's same game, okay. Yeah, I don't like the way you're playing this, but to each his own. Right, yesterday's same game, okay. Yeah, I mean, the way you're playing it's pretty unusual. I don't think I like bishop b4. but it's your opening. It's interesting. Not quite sure what I should do here. Has some points. It has some weird points to it. It points to... What am I supposed to play here? It's weird. You're sort of preventing anything? What do I play? Preemptive knight move. Nowhere to move my queen. It's annoying and it's hard to find a place to put my pieces. Like, I feel like this is the only move. But this also sucks. What do you do? It's so weird. Knight e2? That's weird as well. Yeah, man, it's a weird position. Your bishop's out in the Amazon jungle by itself, without a guide. Drug traffickers everywhere. The Darien Gap. That bishop is lost, man. On the way to grandmother's house. What is it doing out there? A3, B4. I'm not going to chase it. This is similar to what I did yesterday. Now knight takes, you have bishop e4. Minor inconvenience. I'm not even sure if that's a good move for you, but it probably could be. No, wait a second. You blundered. You blundered. Blundiferous. That was the point. Okay, you play too fast. I told you before. Acerbate doesn't listen. Nobody listens to me. Meister. It's weird because the German Scheißer is kind of like shit. Scheißermeister. Shitmaster. Adrian was a funny guy. Yo, Adrian! That's some tasty pawns you got there. Queen e5. I dare you to play Queen e5. No. Dare declined. Second nugget. I'm a pawn collector. Ooh, he lost a piece. Yeah, that's not good. No, I mean, you gotta stop playing bishop b4. I think we talked about this. It's like, it's a move, but I don't think it's appropriate here. I mean, basically, if you can't play bishop takes knight and double my pawns, then it's questionable whether it's justified. Let's see. Yeah, this is an odd position. An odd position. Okay, h6 is definitely bad. Let's say you castle. Castles is better than h6. Definitely. Now I have to find a move. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. It's interesting. Shaki. Oh, Shaki disappeared. Did I play ABC yet? We've been playing E4 mostly, so I'm switching up. The London system. Ugh. Why can't we have a real world championship with interesting openings? I wasn't excited for this, and now I'm even less excited. People, it's like they'll accept anything. Oh wow, 4 decisive games, it's awesome. Like, you don't care about the context of those games at all. So that's the problem. All they care is that there's blood. You know, it doesn't matter how the guy's head got split open. They just care that it's a decisive game. They don't even understand how to play chess, the majority of people who are watching the World Championship. As long as there's blood on the ground, that's all that matters. See, I don't really believe in that. I'm sorry. Can I accept your challenge? I can. To quote my 7th grade English teacher, Mrs. Phillips. She was old school. I think she retired like the year after teaching me. Okay, I'm hard on people who aren't native English speakers. But even native English speakers do this all the time. So my teacher would freak out. Queen A5. Isn't that another variation? Are you sure about that? She did the, can I go to the bathroom? And trolled us. Alright. Queen A5? What is that? Okay, if you play like pawn takes pawn and then Queen A5, is that like Plugievsky or something? Where I play King F1? But this just doesn't look right. You're not supposed to have your queen on A5. Why don't you guys just go play bullet? Stop harassing me. You know what's annoying? When it's always your move. It's always my move. You know, it's annoying. Why are you playing bullet? You didn't even play the right opening line. You played Queen A5, and you're just like, I'll just play instant moves, every single move. I don't care if it's even good. As long as it's fast. I want to play F4. Oh, no. Maybe Bishop G4 is too strong here. Damn. Yeah, that's not going to fly. Okay. I mean, he's still in his prep. Maybe. Boy. You know, I would be surprised if this is theory. You're playing Queen A5 kind of randomly. I mean, there might be a game or two, and it might even be a thing, but it's not good. Rook B1 looks pretty logical, to be honest. Right. I remember this game I had years ago against Alex Cherniak, where he played like Bishop D5 against me. That was like one of my last Grunfeld. I think that's what made me quit the Grunfeld. The game I lost where he played Bishop D5. It's kind of funny. pretty interesting here. You know, I'll eventually force black to freaking release the tension. I never played this line, but about 6 years ago, a friend of mine came over to my house and he was talking about this what's it called? Denarisation, or I don't know what they call it. Well, now it's like a bad Rossalimo for black. Good Rosslimo, bad Rosslimo. Good Rosslimo, bad Rosslimo. I like my position. Even e5 is tempting. Maybe it's not enough though. Okay, what was I gonna play? Alright, dude. That's enough. Hard enough to concentrate. $600 just isn't long enough for a timeout. Wow, A5. I see what you did there. Can I play? Can I play? Can I play? Nope. Oh, he has 0 games. Oh man, I just dissed somebody else. No, I got him. Okay. Got him. No. No. No.
No! No! N-O.
Is that clear? Damn, dude. Are we there yet, Shrek? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Donkey? Did he blander? I'll sue you for I'll sue you for blander. Dominion is suing me for blander. It's good. I don't have to play that guy with 0 games. That's our rule here. We just don't play people with less than 100 non-bullet games. Can't trust them. I don't know about this position. It's a little shaky. Still not better yet. Schuckmeister, 2004. That makes you 19 years old. Alright. Queen c4, putting pressure on my d-pawn. He putteth the pressure on my d-th pawn. Putteth pressure on me. Stop to putteth pressure on me. Would it be easier to play this a different way? Like just, is that a stupid move? I mean, I should just play knight g3. Yeah. How does he defend against like knight g3, knight e4, knight f6? Resigns. So bishop g5 is just retarded. I mean, it's still good, but not as good. It's always good being a piece up. White has dominant control of 3 out of 4 central squares. 3 out of 4 chess moms recommend Sladgie. But anyway, we're having fun, right? I love Monday mornings. Can't tell you how much. Wow, that's passive. He went to e8, taking the pressure off of the d-pawn. Can you even believe it? So what's the deal here? Is he just lost? Right. I am not going to let you do that. Rock lift. I rock. Oh, this doesn't look good for black. I rock 7. Yeah, black's. You put a fork in him. He's like Twitter. He's done. Plump when you cook him. Too many problems. Mate. Fork on d6. h4, h5. Lift the rook. This is a disaster. Can't play f5. I don't think even an inspired defender could save this. Where did he really go wrong, though? You know? I don't know, it's a good question. question about defending being a lost art, man. I mean, the World Championship and all, it seems like all high-level chess tournaments So what's up with this? Home prep? Yeah, it's like you think you're playing against Bishop E3 or something. Sipidov. Sipidov is a tennis player, right? Oh, that's why that's so familiar. It's like Sipidov plays chess too. No, Queen A5 is not a move. Alright. Just making sure. So if you were to play... This is what, the Puligievsky thing. Like, take, check? No, even that's not right. I was thinking about this. This isn't a thing. I just played Bishop D2. It's weird. Yeah, how does the Puligievsky variation go? I don't think I even understand, but whatever. Alright, knight e2. Oh, it would be knight c6. Bishop e3. This. Okay, this. Yeah, take. And then check. Okay, that's Puligievsky. That's possible. You can play that. That's the only way you can play an early Queen A5. But apparently I didn't play this properly. This is a new move. Nope. They're transpositions. Okay, rook b1 is best. a6. Jonathan Tisdall versus Dvoris. And Alexander Neshev, 1995. Bishop d5, bro. Wow. Sladgie and the Neneshev. The great ones. Only the great ones play Bishop d5. Yeah. Alexander Graf lives in Germany, but he's formerly from Uzbekistan, I think, and his original name is Neneshev. Very strong player. So e6 is not that good, but not that bad. I don't like black's position here. The computer doesn't like me giving you a pawn. It wants me to take this ugly. Oof. Shocky, man. That hurts me, you know. You hurt me. I'll think of a comeback. Alright. Buzz Lightyear. Mahor. Now, if Shucky wasn't a regular and a subscriber, I would ban him for that. But, people here who are regulars and they've been watching the stream are allowed to make jokes without getting banned. I'm not going to take that sitting down from just anybody, but alright. Yeah, we can't all play like you, I admit. Okay, the Shockmeister. Speister. Oh, it's so boring. He played d4. d4 is boring. I'm just kidding. I'm being sarcastic. I like d4. I play both. Anyway. The first move doesn't... Well, knight f3 is pretty boring, to be honest. Chuckmeister, I hope you know that the London system is banned, right? And you're not allowed to call yourself a Meister if you play the London system. Just getting that out there. But you would play Bishop F4 on move 2, right? If you're going to do that. It's alright. It's alright. Knight F3 is okay. Just don't play Bishop F4. This is almost as bad. But not. No, I'll accept Bishop G5. That's a legitimate move. Just please no Bishop F4. Ding Liren just making it worse yesterday. Unbelievable. Now there's like a million little Chinese kids all over learning chess and playing like D4, Knight F3, Bishop F4 every game. You know, it's not bad enough that he played the London system with white, but he won. That's just it's embarrassing. It's seriously embarrassing. My boring style here. Very boring. Sorry I don't play the England Gambit or something like you. I value dynamism, just within reason, you know. I admit, you know, sometimes I can play boring, too boring. But in fact, you know, most of the games I've lost, the last 3 games I've lost against 2600s were all because I played too aggressively, probably. My last 3 tournament games, all against GMs with an average rating of 2575. If anything, I lost because I played too sharply. And Shaki says, I'm not going to take it personally. Alright. Deeply, deeply hurt now. It's Monday morning, I'm extra sensitive. Okay, this is a really legitimate Tory attack now. What Tory attack isn't really legitimate, right? What are my options other than E6? Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to consider, like, I don't know, honestly, I'm inspired by Larson, Bronstein, Tony Miles. I've studied games of these guys a lot and incorporated their ideas into my play. But I mean, even Tal had boring games. This is like mainline Tory attack, transposition. Yeah. Thank you for not taking with the C pawn. Then I would just offer a draw immediately and just go to the next game. This is a very standard position. Kamsky, Angelo Young, all those exciting players play this stuff. It's bad, but it's not quite as bad as the London system. If you put the bishop on f4, now you have a London system. The Tory attack's almost as bad, but really, I don't hate it as much. But it's like, I've had this position a million times. Most of the games are just swap a lot of pieces and draw. It's very, very standard for white. You know, I thought Schachmeister 2004 must be like 19, but I'm beginning to wonder, you know, what 19-year-olds play the Tory attack? That's kind of weird. And if he was going to play a formulaic opening, he would probably play the London system like everyone else. Generally, people who play this setup are probably between the ages of like 35 and 65. 35 and 70. This is like a middle-aged to old man opening for white. You're definitely not supposed to play this with white if you're over the age of, or under the age of 35. You're definitely not. He studied Carlsen games. Well, Magnus does more London, right? But it's just similar. Yeah, I've had this like exact position probably a million times. My friend Bokrosh had a game against Kamsky where it was the same position except, you know, Kamsky's bishop was like on f4. It was a London, Hedgehog London. No, standard. This is really, really disgusting. I hate it. But there's nothing I can do. You know, I honestly, if I had known, I would play like, well, I mean, the Tory attack's tough. It's very solid. It's very hard for black to get a dynamic type position. Usually they go for piece swaps with 84, so at least knight c4 is a little more interesting. This is a plan. He may still be in the opening explorer. No, I think 93 is standard. Yeah, Kamsky was playing this in like 1989. Boring, but solid. Yeah, I was thinking yesterday, like, who is the forerunner of Carlsen, and the only person I could come up with really was Kamsky, but someone said, oh, okay, what about Capablanca? And I guess that is like an appropriate comparison in some sense. Capablanca was stylistically similar to Carlsen. I guess it would be the world champion that you could most compare him to. Jeez. Now it is the London. It's got to be a kid. He's a member of 3,000 teams. Very systematic, though. Oh, and this rating hasn't changed. Oh, it's a relatively new account. But over 2 years, you know, the rating has been... Look at that rating graph. Did you guys see that, by the way? Look at this rating graph he has. You can't see it, right? Oh, anyway, I was looking at Schackmeister's rating graph, and it's extremely flat. Very little variance. I mean, that's what you get when you play the Tory. His rating probably never changes. Extremely solid. Uber driver-esque. Kamsky just sits there and waits for you to do something stupid, or else it's a draw. Right, Chessable course. Sure, someone watched the Chessable course. Yeah, I think I heard that. Someone else mentioned that. Yeah, now what do I do? Like move my pieces back and forth or something? Oh man, this is just gross. E5? Do I have E5? Well, that was the point, right? You said he has a chessable course? You mean Carlson? You don't tell me like Carlson has chessable courses. You're kidding, right? I hope you're joking. Hello? Carlson doesn't really have chessable courses, does he? Are you talking about someone else? Here you go, just swap all the pieces. Dee 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 dee. Let's just swap all the pieces. Oh, this is so fun. G4, that's naughty of you. You're a bad boy. You might have to take extreme measures. It's gonna hurt me as much as it's gonna hurt you. Or we look behind door number 2. That's a tough call now. Yeah, I wish I had more time. Shocky's gone. He didn't answer. Whose chessable course are we talking about here? Kamsky or Carlson? I can't believe like either of them have chessable courses. Oh my god. Magnus actually took the time to make a chessable course? Give me a break. That has to be a ghostwriter. I mean, I understand it's a chessable. There's no way he sat down and made a chessable course. Give me a break. Why would he do that? I don't believe that for a minute, man. He's got better things to do with his time. Even if he, like... You meant Ding. No, he's got it right there. Magnus... The Magnus touch chess... Oh, you mean Ding? Oh, no. Seriously? Oh. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. A, he probably needs money. B, obviously he loves Magnus because he tries to imitate him. You saw the last game of the World Championship. What should I do? They both are like imitating Magnus. It's kind of disgusting. I swear, like, either of the last 2 games of the World Championship could have been played by Magnus with white. It's just ridiculous. They're like cloning him. If they could clone him, they would. You know how we have Fischer clones? Now we have Magnus clones. It's pretty funny. Magnus, who's nowhere as exciting or interesting as Bobby Fischer in any respect. We're going to see this, especially now that Magnus is kind of retired to some degree. Magnus clones. I hate Magnus' style, but I respect it as a practical weapon. Most of his rating points are gained by winning drawn positions on time. I mean, I don't know how many rating points he's racked up just simply winning drawn positions. It's like unbelievable. Aha. Now. See, that's the London system right there. Where's my red? There. Now that's a London system. Yeah. He has tricks. I have the feeling Shockmeister doesn't really do increment. WDM. Meister Shock. He's going to get his bishop out. He did. Freedom! Now that's a London system bishop. Oof. It's a lot of pawns. Yeah, it wasn't that exciting. Now that was an exciting game. King d5? Oh, yeah, I guess that's good too, but... Dude, seriously? Is 3 pawns up in a bishop ending not enough, Jumpin' Jackson? I mean, this is like... autopilot. Does it matter, like, how many pieces up you are? I mean, it's like, okay. Whites just should resign. Oh, the engine will be like, oh, king d5. Yeah, probably. Should have played king d5. Question mark. Bishop takes before, rook takes before question mark. It doesn't matter. What's the difference? What is this materialism? Alright. Mahor, ABC, and Speedlight Chess. Alright, ABC. You didn't play today. Right? I'm here to fight against all dogma. Oh, we played this already. Alright. Damn, this is what I played against you yesterday. I really don't think what winning move you play matters when everything's winning, you know? In fact, I just like trading pieces when I'm up. Let me answer your question this way. Obviously. That's why I stream there with 300 bot viewers. If I streamed on that disgusting chess site, I'd probably be rich now. But I have morals and integrity. Alright. B6 right away. Yeah, it's a move. It is a move. What are morals and integrity? Queen a4 check, queen d7. But queen a4 check is interesting, isn't it? How does he handle that? C6? Yeah. That's still interesting. You mentioned that shall not be named. Yesterday I was talking about, yeah, that's going to be our joke from now on. South Park. How do you kill that which does not have a life? We're aiming for South Park like humor here on the stream. I do feel like I'm a little bit better. There's a tiny improvement in my health bar. Nutty bars. Okay, bishop d7. So do I go to b3 or c2? If b3, black would play that. Then we will play that. I like. Alright. It looks active. I think queen a4 check was probably a good move. Maybe black has to play c6 though. I mean, his move order is totally whacked. The hyper accelerated Tartakover, where you haven't played h6 or castled. Well, I mean, I guess castling isn't really necessary, but you're definitely supposed to play h6. This is like a demented Catalan where his bishop's on the wrong diagonal. So now if I play g3, you can play bishop c6. e4 has to be considered. Obviously. 95. I'm not sure how I deal. Alright, I'm going to play e4. What about the crypto chess site? I don't have any problem with other chess sites. Whatever. I got an ad from some site that was looking for people to join them. Maybe it was that one. I don't think so. Oh no, I had this one site that approached me recently where they were starting a site that was like a betting based. It's not the first time. There was another guy I met in Budapest who started like a betting based chess site. But I mean, the whole concept is messed up, man. I mean, you know, I don't know about a crypto based chess site that's interesting, but you can't have betting based chess sites because everyone cheats, dude. I mean, it's unless you want to play my computer versus your computer. Crypto chess site, I haven't checked it out. Cryptograph. Don't trade pieces when you have more space, boys and girls. Although, you know, honestly, bishop takes f6 looks pretty interesting. For the sake of gaining time. Take e5, bishop e7, like d5. White is definitely better. But look, I mean, black doesn't have any control of the center here. Binding. Binding of Isaac. Where did everybody go? play me and then you leave my stream. Go to sleep. Hey, it's Miro. Husky's out there. He's not playing me. Mule Skinner's out there. Excel Poker's out there. Schieberspieler out there. Nobody on the stream. Raise your hand if you're here. Okay, C5 is a move. Damn. Wait, it's such a huge space advantage here. You're just chilling in bed? You're sick too? Yeah, I've been sick for 6 days. Wow. I'm finally feeling a little bit of energy. So get better, bro. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Just turn your bots on. Yeah, it's weird. I haven't been sick in a long time. The main thing, I'm just like really fatigued. It might be COVID. I don't know, but I'm a little better today. I hate to jinx myself, but it's been a full week tomorrow, and I had just this weird feeling I might be feeling a little bit better. Acerbate, the CDC called you today. Is it about your mushrooms? Oh, that's the FDA. Sorry. Did you get FDA approval yet? Alright, we've got another challenge. Challenge! Anonymous player subscribed. Nice. Speed Light Chess. Alright, Buzz Lightyear is next. Last game, probably. Streaming till... Well, we might go a little over the hour and a half. Alright, Excel Poker subscribed. Great. Yeah, I've got the cold too. I think I might have got it from my son. He had the sniffles for like 2 weeks. I missed Bishop C5, but that's okay. Maybe it's not okay. Still, my control of the center is so strong I can sacrifice a little bit of pawn structure. I feel like I have a bit of energy. I haven't left the house in 6 days. We had really crappy weather here. Oh, it was the ATF. Exactly. My bad. Yeah. Acerbate, that wasn't the CDC calling you. That's what everybody thinks. That's what they tell everybody. I mean, my control of the center is so great here, I just don't think it matters that my pawn structure got splattered. His position is... He has that move, though, to stay alive. Alright, we gotta be a little careful. Castle's queenside? I know Excel Poker would like that. Okay, one of my plans was to play Bishop D3. That's not a bad idea. Can that be a bad idea? Hey, can I join the team? Absolutely. That applies to both things, joining the team and Bishop D3. I'm not sure which one Excel Poker was referring to. You can join our team. There's a link. Thanks, Astrobate. We have a tournament every Tuesday, which reminds me, we're gonna do tournament tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Yesterday I got invited to an Omaha tournament and I couldn't play because I was sick. Which really sucks because like it's practically unheard of. Practically unheard of to have an Omaha poker tournament here in Budapest. I'm so sad. Of course, like, I'm sick. It's the only time I'm sick. Like, tonight I could have played in an interesting poker tournament. Just my luck. I'm like hallucinating that my I started hallucinating that my G file's open, I think. At some point I imagine the pawn wasn't there on G2, so I could sack on G6 and attack him down the G file. I usually start having weird hallucinations when I start to get tired. Say playing 2 hours. I'm really sorry about like blowing my nose on the stream. I tried not to be disgusting, but we're all just holding Ben Feingold's money. Alright. Check. Yeah, I mean, pretty good defense by my opponent here. We saw a similar routine yesterday. He gets bad positions and then defends like a genius. That seems to be the basic premise. Get bad position and defend like genius. But at the end of the day, his structure is sound. You gotta give him credit for that. Now another scary move. Not that scary, though. Yes, Excel Poker would castle queenside. No, I'm not gonna castle queenside. Alright. No need to be crazy about this. Now, B4 is covered. Oof. Where is his knight going again? 8h4. Ah. The one move threat. The cheapo. Damn. Yeah, that doesn't work. Wait, I'm just sitting on E4? Then he has check? Oh man, rook E2. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to win a piece here. We almost have like full connect 8. Nah, he lost his mind. I know it was tempting to play G5, but that's game over. That's not good. You just couldn't resist the temptation to attack my queen. No, you can't afford G5. What was the best move here? E4, queen b4 check, bishop f5, ef5. I didn't see that. So e4, queen b4 check finally did work. Rook d2, why not knight d4 there? I don't understand that. Here, here, here. Why not here? Knight d4, queen d4, bishop e2. Okay. And? What's the big deal? Well, anyway, I just have this like big kingside attack. It's plus 12, but I didn't realize it was that decisive. What about my move? He could have played bishop f3, of course, and stayed alive. But it was a pretty good game. Oh, by the way, I want to check the opening with queen a4 check. People have actually played this, and my move has only been played twice. Who plays this for black? Pablo Lafuente. Wow. Nikolai Getz. Flager in 1971. He was 25-15, German. Rigo Janosch. Borichev. Hildardo. Noman Erdane. Jesus Christ. So it's amazing, like 5 b6 in the Queen's Gambit. Not one like super strong player, but a bunch of like pretty good players. You know, 2400-ish. The question is like, why? Why do you play this? Why do people play this? So 2 of the strongest players with white played my move. It's interesting, both won, and you know, Iturizaga is like the highest rated player in the whole list here. But I assume c6 is best. But the computer like sure moved better. Wow. Bishop d7, queen b3, d takes c4, queen takes c4. You're playing the engine moves. Castles. I discarded rook d1 because I thought it was too slow. This is surprisingly like playable for black. And apparently e4 you have b5, which I saw, of course. I didn't think it was such a big deal. I guess I thought I could play this, but apparently this is actually very strong for black. Strange. Wow. Jim, what's up? Yeah, I mean, like, you're playing totally non-theory there, and you got a reasonable position. The hyper-accelerated Tartakover. You're supposed to play castles in h6 first before you play b6. But it looks like it's actually not that bad. It's weird. Speedlight chess. Speedlight chess didn't have enough games, but we're gonna go with it. I'm sorry, Arsenal passed. He got so stressed out that Arsenal might not win the Premier League that he passed on. It was too much stress for him to not have it wrapped up yet. He had a nightmare about Manchester City and died in his sleep. On the virtual pitch. Like Bob. Right, this is theory, right? Right? Am I right? Speaking of queen a4 check, this is a game I had in the World Senior. No? Similar. You know, this is a surprisingly good variation for black. Yeah, he died. You can actually die from having Premier League nightmares, apparently. I didn't know, but... Rip Arsenal. I just mean figuratively. It'd be funny if after his passing they still win the Premier League. Then his death will be for nothing. So sad. I mean, I guess I just play solid here. This variation has like a plus score for black. You'd think, oh wow, white has a great center. But you know what? What's amazing is, okay, first of all, white's development takes a while to unravel, and secondly, there's a piece exchanged. Surprisingly, black is at least equal here. Although some people try to get fancy and they play e5, which I think is totally uncalled for. There's no reason to do e5. I mean, it's just like unnecessarily risky for black. Just because you can. That would be Shaki's choice. Why take equality when you can have unclear? As an old friend of mine used to say. You forgot how to continue. I don't think anyone ever knew how to continue in that position. A, B, C, F, I, G, M. You're playing uncharted territory in a new variation of the Queen's Gambit Declined. I don't think there's a chessable course on that. 5, B6 in the Queen's Gambit, but there could be by some noob or something. Knight G3. Alright. You win. You win. I give up. Yeah. You know, an interesting question is, if he were to do something crazy here, like, that he shouldn't do, how would you react? What would Jim do? I mean, because we're basically playing Jim's opening, in a way. It's like Amazon like movies and stuff. There's all this like garbage that people have made. They'd sell anything on Amazon. I like Black's game here. Actually, you know, it's tempting to like take bishop b4 check. That's a huge mistake. Probably no reason for that. I was hoping he would take on c5. It's debatable. I think black's better, but only very slightly. Obviously, he's not 1600. I don't know. They don't have enough games, but this is not a 1600. Check is a waste of time. I want to develop actively. I think it's equal approximately, but obviously either side, you know, could gain the advantage. There is a very interesting idea of f5, but that's super risky. You just saw the VOD. That was our first game today. Yeah, I have dementia, and sometimes it's hard to remember stuff. I'm basically like in the early stage Bruce Willis. Am I being serious? I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. Alright. That my opponent will push the e-pawn. But what if... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's probably, like, bullshit, you know. Why even put the bishop on d6? You want him to push the e-pawn? Your favorite actors are retiring. Did you see how people are, like, harassing Jack Nicholson? There was some paparazzi took his picture. He's 85 years old, dude. Give him a break. What do you want him to look like? He's probably one of the few actors who doesn't have plastic surgery. That's their problem. They didn't realize, like, oh, you mean the other people who are 85 all have plastic surgery? Jack Nicholson's the only one who doesn't, probably. He actually looks like he's 80, not 85, to be honest. He looks pretty good for 85, I would say. Alright. I hope I look like that when I'm 85. Christ. Speedlight chess? Okay. But let's check his stats. He could have like won every game he's played and stuff. Oh, chess.com player. That's not good. Oof. He signed up to Legion. Why are you playing here if you're a chess.com player? It's gross, dude. That is gross. At least he's got the Ukraine flag on, but I mean... You know, by the way, like, I'll play Russian players, but I won't play people who have a Russian flag on their account. You know, if you support the Russian flag, I don't play you. And that... There's a lot of people that have, like, tried to enter my simuls, and they may not understand, but... I'm not gonna ban anyone just for being Russian, but if you have the Russian flag, there's no way. I think they should be banned from playing the Olympics, of course. Wow, this is gonna get sharp, bro. But I think we're winning now. Well, I guess I'm jumping the gun. The politics of the Olympics. Speaking of Olympics, the next Chess Olympics is in, you guessed it, Budapest, Hungary. Da-na-na! That'll be kind of cool. Not that it matters for me, though. Like, I won't be playing in the Olympics or anything. It is kind of cool that we'll have the Chess Olympics here, though. Next time. I'm sure there'll be lots of Russians. You don't have to have the Russian flag in your profile. Some of the Russians who don't support the war have a blue and white flag. I've seen quite a few of them. They know what they're doing. Yeah, I agree. But I don't, that's for sure. Alright. Can I afford to play rook e8? I think we can afford it. I don't know if it's a good move, though. I would probably be better off sacking the exchange. Do I have the United States flag on my account, dude? First of all, did I vote for George W. Bush? Am I a Republican? Do I run around with the United States flag on my account? What are you talking about, dude? Get out of here. this guy talking about? Have you even looked at my account? Because George W. Bush invaded... I love this argument. Because the Republican asshole, who was a moron, invaded Iraq, it means it's okay for Putin to, like, commit genocide? I don't think so. That argument just doesn't make sense. We got another anti-American guy there. How do you even know I'm American? I live in Hungary. Why are you watching my stream if you're anti-American? The amount of anti-American propaganda is the most it's ever been now. Here in Hungary, Africa, probably Greece is affected as well, Jim. You're in the region where I imagine the anti-American propaganda affects all of the Balkans. I haven't personally seen like too much, you know, mention of anybody necessarily in Greece, but Hungary is totally, well, Hungarians have no problem with America, but the right-wing party that controls the government is possibly going to start getting sanctioned. So there's this huge anti-Americanism here. But I mean, it's been going on for 20 years. The Russians have been doing like a anti-American campaign since as long as Putin has been president. All the old people in Hungary are all like anti-American because they basically watch Russian propaganda on TV. Wow, what am I doing? I have bishop takes d4 check, then what? Seriously, this is weird. Buzz Lightyear. Bishop takes d4 check. I want this to work somehow. I mean, just like the Balkans in general are, you know, getting pretty bombarded with anti-Americanism. Africa is probably the worst. I didn't realize you studied at American college. Did you ever tell us that? Did you ever mention that? It's weird. Wow, this position is pretty bizarre. I'm on the verge of hanging something. American college in Greece. Okay. I thought you meant in the US. Uh-huh. I'm not a patriot, you know, it pisses me off. You see, this typical guy comes on the stream, he's like, well, you have an American flag and all this shit. I'm not a flag-waving American. What the fuck are you talking about? Why do you think I live in Europe? I believe in democracy, man. I didn't vote for Donald Trump or George W. Bush. I was against the war in Iraq. We all thought that Bush was, you know, people I am friends with thought it was, like, ridiculous. My crew. I was totally against George Bush. He's a freaking moron, but what can you do? Nice to get some politics in. Huh? I love politics on Monday morning. Man, I hate when people even have like their American flag outside of their house, you know? And I get these people giving me crap about American flags on my stream. What are you talking about? Don't know anything about me. Man, look at my pieces. Holy crap. What a great conversation. Yeah, but I mean, Greece must have some like far right. Every country has these far right parties that sort of support the Russian propaganda. What am I doing? Wow, this is very interesting. How do I finish him off here? Look at this. His queen is trapped. This is nuts. That's nuts, dude. Look, ma, no queen. You know it's president, U.S. Republican Department? Oh my god. Well, here they're really pissed because they had a really, really super Trumpist American ambassador for like 4 years who was real cozy with the administration, and now they're all pissed because they can't get like free dinners and shit. Now we actually have an American ambassador who cares about policy and stuff in Hungary, and they're just like losing their minds. Oops. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, every country has this like far right element. Some more than others. But I didn't know too much about what the general situation is in Greece. You don't see a lot of stories about it too much. Chichimato. I mean, Greece just isn't in the news much, you know? It's weird. I mean, you guys had a lot of economic problems for a while in the past, but I mean, since then, I never see anything, you know, other than travel related stuff about Greece. It seems like you're never in the news, which I guess is a good thing. It's a good thing to not be in the news these days. Poland and Hungary are trying to block grain exports from Ukraine, which I really don't understand. Poland has been very supportive of Ukraine. It seems very inconsistent, this whole stance on the trying to block grain exports. I understand their point, but I don't know about C6 here. This seems kind of extreme. Alright. I'll play the Sarah one. Yeah, I remember that the far right party in Greece made news, you know, like 10 years ago a lot. But I haven't heard anything about it in a long time. It's good it hasn't really grown. But look at Italy. It's all Greek to me. Guys, welcome to Speak Greek. Only English in Maine. No. Good English. Easter wishes. My name means Easter. Alright. Knight g4. Chikimeto. I get it. Chikimeto. No talking about the London here. I have no desire to go to the UK anymore. The whole Brexit thing just turned me off. Screw that, man. So many issues with the stupid Brexit. That was conservatives too. They just fuck up everything. Yeah, this is so simple. Who wants to go to the UK anyway? For the human trafficking and knife crime, or if I want to get shot, I'll go to the United States. If I want to get stabbed, I'll go to the UK. I mean, it's just a question of which way you want to die. Cheaper. It's cheaper to die in the UK though. They have more they have more, like, you know, I would rather die in a country with socialized medicine, so I don't like lose my, you know, life savings or something like that while I die. That's the one virtue of the UK. Swedish Stan. You get both? Wow. I don't know. I mean, there's got to be some weapons on the streets, but I'll take my chances in Sweden. I'm sure it's not necessarily, you know, Luxembourg or but still. And the UK and the US are just riddled with crime. I feel pretty safe in Hungary. That's one good thing. You're much safer on the street than in the United States. I never feared for my life, like walking home from the train like I did. It was amazing that I never got mugged in the United States, living like in a kind of bad neighborhood sometimes in Boston. It's not just that people are peaceful. You know, violent crime just isn't really a thing, you know. Dude, I know, it's crazy. I mean, it's the gun lobby. It's this crazy NRA. No, I mean, it's unrecognizable. It's gotten out of control. The United States, I won't go back. I can't go back. It's sad, you know. When I grew up, there were problems, but it was way better than it is now. It's unrecognizable to me. I mean, I couldn't raise my kids in the United States with a clear conscience. I read this story yesterday. Check this out. Florida, of course, like one of the worst states to live in the United States, by the way. There are these two rednecks, well, I call them rednecks, and they both have their kids in the car. So two middle-aged rednecks with their kids in the car, and they start like getting to like a road rage incident where, I don't know, one is like screwing with the other guy for whatever reason. One's not going fast enough. This happened to me a lot. And so both of them have their kids in the car, right, in their trucks, of course. One of them throws a water bottle into the other guy's truck through the window, and the other guy takes out a gun, fires one round into the water bottle guy's car, shoots his 5-year-old kid in the leg. Then the other guy takes out his gun and unloads his entire clip of his Glock into the guy's car. So they both had guns, and they both had their kids in the car. And the other guy unloads 7 rounds, like, into the other guy's car, shooting the other guy's kid in the back. This kind of shit, it's like you couldn't make that up, man. That's the United States, where people just it's like, it's insane, dude. 2 redneck morons, like, shooting each other's kids in their... Seriously? Not one, but both? Yeah, I mean, the Glocks is bad enough, but I mean, people have... They can't get them to take away, like, automatic weapons and shit, you know? It's insane, dude. I had a lot of road rage incidents with these, like, redneck guys, and I would try to, like, not... I would get pissed off, but I would just try to de-escalate and like, pull off the side of the road, or, the problem was these guys just have too much testosterone, and they don't know how to de-escalate a situation. I mean, my kids are in the car is one thing, and my kids are not in the car is another thing. But you don't fucking start shooting somebody with their kids in the car. I mean, that's just... It's unbelievable how stupid people are. I mean, it's bad enough to start shooting somebody at all. Boston's relatively safe, and, as cities go. But I still lived in a bad neighborhood. So I was pretty fortunate. Like, I never got robbed. I was just waiting, I was always on my guard. At one point I used to carry a knife with me, but never had the cause to use it for any reason. But I mean, I had lots of friends who got mugged and stuff. I was surprised they never did. This guy's playing a pretty solid game. That's called freedom. Freedom is shooting your friend's kids in the back. Oh, the other thing was, like, one guy got charged with murder and the other guy didn't. It's crazy. That's the final thing that was the point of the story was these 2 guys shot each other's kids, and one guy gets charged with murder and the other guy doesn't. Tell me that makes sense. It's just out of control. This could never happen in Europe, man. People have, like, human family values here still. I think it comes down to fundamentals. I hated driving. Everybody, like, starts the road rage. I'm lucky that I never got into a really bad incident. I got road rage pretty bad. But I mean, I would never be aggressive towards somebody who had, like, their kids in the car or something, and I was justified. But I mean, for me, it was like honking my horn for like 20 minutes or getting into a fight with a trash truck driver. Yeah, dude, you can't get in fights with people because everybody might have a gun. The other thing is all the states are starting to push, especially the Republican states. It's one thing to allow guns, okay? But not guns without background checks, guns without licenses, guns without training. Is it too much to ask that people who have a permit for a gun have to have a permit, have to get training, and have to have like a background check, show they're not like mentally ill and shit. No, you can't even have that. They have like no limits. You can get guns, any no license, no nothing. It's insane. It's not enough that like there's unlimited guns, dude. But now there's like no background checks. And you got crazy people getting access to guns. I mean, 1 in 5 Americans has a family member who has been shot in a gun incident. I mean, think about that for a minute. You know, how many million Americans are there? 20% of Americans have a family member who's been involved in a gun-related, or been shot, basically. It's insane. All right, we're gonna go for the lockdown. Deposit only, please. Do you mind if I borrow that? Alright. I guess you mind. We're pulling out all the tactical stops here. Classic advanced French themes. Trapped bishop on h4. The can't take the pawn trick. Now, maybe I missed something. Another French defense exchange, what's it called? Advanced variation tactic. Can't touch this. No, you can't touch this. It's MC Hammer. Alright, guys, I gotta go. It was fun talking about politics and guns. He's gonna sack the queen. I knew there was gonna be more to this story. More to this story than meets the eye. But not enough. Almost. Let's be accurate now. Okay, we go to F3. No. Where do we go? We go to F1. We go to F1, you take, and then I play Queen D4. I think that should work. But I'm afraid. You gotta give Chichimato credit. Yeah, I mean, most countries, like, people buy guns because they're, like, hunting or they have real danger. The governor of Georgia is, like, an old lady. Check this out. Like, the governor of Georgia is an old lady who's, like, I don't know, like 75-year-old old white lady who probably lives in a really expensive mansion, and she carries a little gun in her purse just because, the gun lobbyists, like, want her, to support their shit. So there's a problem here, officer. Is there a problem here, officer? Queen D4? Queen D4 is a funny move. Queen D4, check this out. Queen D4, knight E1. Rook takes H4, knight F3. Yeah, I guess they have like gun conventions mostly where they sell guns. Maybe Queen E3? Yes, nice try. It's still not easy. Maybe this is not an easy win. Chichimato? No. Oh. He offered a draw. Gross. It was a very generous offer of a draw. You have to admit. Okay, what am I doing here? Unclear. I don't know, man. This guy, like, suddenly started playing like a genius in a tactical ending. Draw offer was really inappropriate. Now it's probably a draw. I'd love to see the center pawn loss of black's last like 25 moves. A basically perfect defense using no time. No, it's not a win. This is a dead draw. They played perfectly over the last like 20 moves. 1950 player. Even offering the draw is kind of sus. It's like How did they know it was a draw? Does it show? Oh yeah, no, they offered a draw here. They offered a draw in a lost position. That was the final straw that like set me over the edge. The offering of the draw. Oh wait. Yeah, the minute he offered a draw, I blundered. I blundered the winning position. Or she, or whatever. The minute she offered a draw, I missed the win here. But why would you offer a draw to a title player with a minute less, a minute and a half less, and what is probably a lost position? Damn, they were lost the whole game until the move after they made the draw offer. And amazingly, I have a win here. Holy shit, how? Queen f3, a5, queen f6 check, king g8. It looks like I can somehow kind of gain a tempo over the game. I don't see how it works though. How do I win this? Ah, this is not the win. Wow. Queen f6 check? I don't understand. So I have to find queen e7. It's like only one winning move. Queen e7. So that his king stays on the back rank. I'm going to need that tempo later. I need my pawn to queen with check. No, I would have to have like computer-like technique to win this position. It's pretty impressive. Black's average cent upon loss, 33. GG. 1287 inches, 960. Alright guys, I gotta go. Obviously I need help. Alright. I'll see you tomorrow night. See you tomorrow night. Tournament time. Thanks, Asterbait. Mr. Coffee's in Florida. Visiting the Orange Man. And the former Guantanamo Bay lawyer, Ron DeSantis. They're good people. Alright, anyway. I'll see you guys we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye bye.